So I thought they were going to stop, to be honest, because probably worst spot to get cut. I thought they were going to stop the fight. And not to mention, you blew your leg out. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got a cut, you got one leg, and
all within like a minute.
One of his coaches, Lisa Bowling, who's one of my best friends, is my head coach. Me and him are texting during the whole fight. I'm like, dude, he's doing this on one leg.
I know. Yeah. Which were you thinking about more?
My knee, for sure.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did you know it was blown out?
100% right away. So it was like the last 10 seconds of the round.
Yeah.
The last 30 seconds of the round, I was in like a lazy leg lock. The guy we're in the 50-50 position. I was completely out of it, but I was just kind of like chilling. You know, I knew I won the round, so I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna sit on top, let the round finish out. But then he turned and started trying to punch me. I was like, all right, bitch. So I came back in for my own ground and pound, right?
Yep.
And so I like came in hard on my own leg and started ground and pounding. And it didn't get me from the leg lock because when we got into a scramble and he tried getting back to his feet and I tried staying on top, so I like leaned my chest over my body. At the same time, my LCL just went pow, and it was loud, dude. It was like, I'm super surprised he didn't hear it or feel it, because I know I even heard it when it happened. So I knew that I was like, as soon as the round was over, I went back to my corner, I sat down, I was like, dude, my knee's fucked.
You said that to your coach?
Instantly, that's the first thing I said. They bleeped it out on TV because it's ESPN, and I said fucked.
Definitely wish we heard that.
I was like, my knee's fucked.
You could tell, like, I mean, there's nothing, as tough as you are, there's nothing you can do. Like, knee, it's not like.
I saw him limping to the corner. I was like, oh, that, because he was like a 50-50, like you said, but reverse heel hook.
Yeah, he didn't have it locked all the way up. He just kind of had it. You know what I mean? So it wasn't when he had the like lock. It was actually when he let go of it and he tried scrambling up and he like threw his legs down, so he like hip thrust into it. And I tried staying on top at the same time, and just when the LCL just went out to the side.
And was it only the LCL that blew out?
No, I had a medial meniscus buckle handle tear, lateral meniscus tear, and a PCL tear.
God,
that sounds horrible.
Yeah, almost everything. I'm just glad it wasn't ACL. Like, I actually am happy with the results.
ACL would have been trouble.
It would have been 9 months, dude.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm looking at a 3-month recovery right now till I can get back to good training, fight for the title beginning of next year. But
it's not. I don't mean to interrupt you. It's like. You know, it's not terrible because you're not fighting next year anyways, no matter what. Like, even if you were injury free, you're fighting for the title next.
Yeah.
Like,
the only thing that sucks is going on vacation, gimping around, or shit like that.
Bummer.
But that's why I got little rascals. You know, roll around on a little scooter or something.
Like the fat girl at Disneyland.
Oh yeah, eating a corn dog and shit.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
And you got painkillers, which is cool.
That's always fun, right?
Yeah.
Was there a moment during the fight where you're like, I'm gonna have to stop, or at any point, like, did the pain get better?
I thought they were gonna stop. You're such a goddamn savage. You beat Cory Sandhagen with one eye and one leg.
This the only reason why I'm somewhat happy with the performance. I go back and watch it, and I obviously was like, I definitely
yourself up.
Before I watched the fight, I was like, dude, fuck, I was so sloppy. I kept it way too close, which the fight was close. But when I go back and watch it, I definitely won the fight.
Agree.
You know, and I know there was a close fight because he did damage. But you got to remember, the rounds he did his damage in, he won.
Yeah.
He won like those two rounds that he did damage in. One of them was even close. You know, I'm biased as fuck. I'm going to give myself 4 rounds, right?
Yeah.
But those 2 rounds that he won is when he did most of his damage in it.
What is it, second and fourth?
The second round for sure. I came out flat-footed as fuck.
Not a 10-8 round, though.
No. Because I had takedowns.
I actually thought that, too. I was like, there was a chance they could have given him a 10-8 round. I was thinking about that. That's the only thing. The
only reason I was thinking about it because judges are idiots. So I was like, I don't think so, though. I gave him the second and the fourth.
Yeah, I came out super flat-footed on the second because I was so worried about my knee when I came out.
He had one leg, dude. Flat-footed.
Yeah, exactly. Super flat. I mean, I'm a motion kind of guy. I'm gonna track you down.
I gotta be honest. I thought you were so fucked. I was texting Lisa. I'm like, man, if his leg's that bad, I hope they stop it due to the cut, man.
You must have been frustrated, right?
Yeah, I guess frustrated. I don't have time to be frustrated at the same time either, right? Yeah.
Dude, that's the mentality of a champion, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, one eye, one leg.
I just feel like there was moments where I was like, another fighter would have like mentally thrown in the towel.
100%.
Yeah, sometimes.
But there was a lot of
some fighters will
pressure.
throw it in without just the knee.
Oh yeah,
it's like the
eye would have been enough.
Yeah, the eye, or just they'll get into a fetal position.
Wait, did you feel any? Because Dominic Cruz doesn't believe in ring rust. Some guys don't. I think it's real, but definitely listen to Dominic Cruz, not me. Did you feel any ring rust?
I think it's more mental, right? Like, it could definitely be there if you want to give yourself that excuse. And I just want to not. have any doubt in my mind going into that fight.
My thing is timing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
If that was the one thing I was
right?
going to say. So, like, look, I thought you looked on point. I said, but I felt like you were only throwing ones and twos, where before you were a combination fighter. You're throwing threes and fours, finishing with a kick to the head, whatever it was. I always felt that was like your whole MMO before.
Yeah.
So then getting back into it, you were throwing a lot of ones and twos, occasional three, but you weren't putting it all
It could have been the
together.
opponent, though.
Yeah,
too. Like,
so I
It
was
could be.
just
It
gonna say
could.
that.
Yeah, it very well could be.
Corey's
So
dangerous
he
one
and
shot.
he's moving, right? Like
Yeah.
he's got I already knew going into the fight it was going to be a frustrating thing. He has a great movement. He's going to be hard to hit, and then when I busted my knee, I couldn't cover the ground. I had to keep hitting switches to try to cover the ground. I had to come out southpaw.
Cut him
I had to
off.
fight completely different, cut him off, right? And like. That's why, dude, if I would have had both my legs, those takedowns when I had his back would have been so much easier. Like, I tried to lift in the second round after I took his back, and my knee just buckled, and I was like, fuck, man.
Yeah, that's the other thing is he kept doing that Granby roll and giving you his back, and I'm like, well, that's control. Like when you're there, like you weren't finished takedown because your leg.
Yeah.
But that's control, man.
But a lot of what I talk with Big John about on our show is the rule system in terms of the scoring. The control is valued at the least in terms of like the possession
100%,
and
but
the
still
damage in that round
it's still
though.
valued, though.
It's still valued, but it's like here. But if
Damage is here,
but if damage
that's
is here,
yeah.
but if damage here and actually trying to finish the fight though is like here, if we don't even get to that next category
For
then.
sure.
So what they do is they don't even actually judge that.
But if
in
they can't say, all right, well, it's round 2 you can, right? But like 1, 3, and 5, if you're trying to figure out, all right, damage free similar, then octagon
numbers
control,
were close.
strike
Yeah.
numbers close. Well, then you're gonna get to control.
Yeah.
And that was TJ all day.
Yeah.
That's why you give him the fight.
But normally when they get to that though, from what I understand from talking with John about it all, is that it normally gets down to when it gets to the damage and they both have had damage and you both have had a little bit of submission attempts or knockout chance to finish the fight, they don't even get to control because it really comes down to who did the most damage, and that kind of rules the round. So the damage rules the round and don't even get to the control position scenario. But here's the thing: I've told John a bunch of times. Even though he's controlling it, but there was never an effort to get away. So like in one of the rounds, was it round 3? When you had the back a lot. So you're on his back and you just had, but he wasn't trying to escape. He was just cool with hanging out with his forehead against the fence.
Which isn't good.
Yeah, which isn't good. Yeah, so yeah, this fight way out punted its coverage.
By far.
Yeah, Bobby
really.
Bobby
Over in the
stepped
corner
it
of my eye. It
up.
looks like Bobby was landing a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw him land a bigger shot.
Yeah, I think Bobby probably won the third, but I think he might have lost 1 and 2. Second was close. It really comes down to that. He lost the first.